Don't.
Because zombies don't eat bananas, so that would be what we go to.
The
Why
on the
don't they-
bananas?
The first thing they hear when they turn the recorder on, zombies don't eat bananas.
Is that what's wrong with it? It's
Yeah,
wrong?
it's rude.
I'm sorry.
Hate when someone produces my banana.
Those are good banana pudding bananas, by the way, that's a little bit soft. Okay,
But
so,
then, but not, when just normal, I like my firm bananas.
I'm sorry. Well, when they're mushy, you can make good banana bread.
yeah, that's good too.
I actually like banana pudding when I first make it, because the crackers are still a little crispy. My mom likes it to sit for a little bit.
I like
I
banana
like it
pudding in any
crispy.
form.
Yeah, pudding.
Yeah. Okay, so you have 4, 5, and 6. I will say the Green Sea kids completely bombed 4. I mean, absolutely 0 points on that one. But they nailed 5 and did a really, really good job on 6. So good luck to you. I'm just here, y'all read them over, talk amongst yourselves, and then when you have something you want to contribute to the wall of knowledge,
You're welcome.
I'll write it in.
I've put up Michael so many times now. I hope he gets married.
All because he wore light pants today.
Take That's what your wife worries about, right? When you wear white pants, she's just like,
That's right.
she's most helpful to you because she's like, I don't
Don't you
want.
come home with dirty pants?
I don't even buy white pants anymore, because I'm now in my 30s. I'm like,
She's here again.
Hey,
Hi.
she's here to learn about.
you can film
Okay.
Chelsea again. She's not here. I know she's not here.
All right, focus, focus, focus.
Okay.
I think y'all should be done early enough for us to talk about it and then have some quest time if you want it. And do think speed on this, 45 minutes would be the allotted time for these problems. I don't want us to stop at 45 minutes because we are talking about them, but do keep time in the back of your head.
Okay.
Do you need a copy of the packet too?
Well, particles.
Didn't I say that?
Scratch, scratch,
Um,
scratch. I feel like I'm gonna get kicked out of the AP test. I have that.
I'm telling you, I think the room's big enough, we could actually just sit y'all
Can you please, like, just,
completely different.
can you just tell, like, hey, have her sit in, like, the corner?
She's way up there, and just ignore anything you hear, just let it go.
It won't even be helpful for anyone else.
As long as you don't see fire, it'll be good.
Why do you think you're gonna get kicked out?
Because I talk to myself
She's
then.
a mumbler, you know.
Oh.
Oh. I thought the kids
Are
were
those two
little
little
bit.
So this is V of t, so when it gets to the farthest to the left, at 0, it's at -2. So pretty much, we can just do the antiderivative from 0 to 3, and then 0 to 6, see which one of them is more negative, and then add it to the -2 to see where it goes farthest to the left.
Let's make it happen. Why did you pick those two numbers?
Those are the, because 3 is where it becomes the most minimum part, where it stops going down, now it starts going back up, it turns around.
Okay,
And then 6 is where it comes back around at 5, go down, and then 6 is technically a second, like, minimum.
beautiful. One nitpicky thing that'll have nothing to do with this problem, you're on the x-axis, so you're technically going left and right, but right concept, right?
Or this is
Turn
V
around.
of t, not X.
Well, a particle moves on the x-axis, so it's moving left and right on the x-axis.
Yeah.
Doesn't change the problem at all, just nitpicky. For those that are moving on to BC level stuff in college, it will matter when you start doing parametrics, but for now, I like the concept. So, how are we going to make it happen? Or how will we decide that? You have, all right, if I'm hearing Michael correctly, he's narrowed the possibilities down to either 3 or 6.
3 years.
Okay.
Yes, 3 or 6.
All right, so just for my benefit,
Yeah, because was maybe thinking 0, but I'm like, no, 3 would.
Okay, all right, why not 0 then?
Because it immediately starts off with negative area, so it would easily go.
It starts heading
Left.
left, all right, okay. How will I determine this? You said we should find
The end.
Okay,
Do the antiderivative from, so the antiderivative from 0, 3 of
whatever this is, V.
B.
Oh god, this vaccine.
And then you said something else on top of that.
Hmm?
You said something else on top of that. You said we need to do this, but then there's something else we have to do.
Oh yeah, you have
after
to, after that you have to add the -2, so -2, after it, because that's the starting point.
that. Is that okay if I do
Yeah.
that? That way? All right.
And then same thing with 0 to 6.
Okay, so we need these two things.
Yeah.
And while y'all are crunching, I'm gonna make this smaller so I've got room to do all this. Okay.
Oh god, it's not good.
What's not good?
They don't give us a function. So antiderivative
So taking the antiderivative is,
is pointless.
okay, so we need to punt. How are we supposed to figure out what that antiderivative is if we don't have a function? You think it's a typo?
No.
Would you like to do derivatives and find out things from that one?
Okay, little problem with the derivative too.
We don't
Oh,
have.
We
it's
don't
not
actually have a
function.
function. Same problem with the antiderivative, we don't have a function.
Function, we can't do
Just
that.
study the graph. Sorry, yeah.
Pretty much. We could do that, but justify your answer, that's the wrong thing. We looked at the graph.
This is non-calculator, so all the information is supposed to be given to you.
Yeah,
Either given to you or easy to find. Now, since there really is no function for v, they haven't told you that, and we can't take an antiderivative, that would have been my first option, do that. And even if they had given me v of t, it would have to be a nice one that we could do by
Yeah.
hand. Okay,
Okay.
so
Something on like,
let's read it again and see if they have found, they have given us a way to circumvent it, sorry?
I was gonna say something on sums, because they had like separated.
The thing with Riemann sums though is I actually have to have values, I need some points to
which we need
use.
a function for.
Right. Well, not necessarily a function, but at least more than 3 points that we know.
The velocity at 0, the velocity is 0 at t equals 0, t equals 3, and t equals 5.
They're just telling us where it crosses the axis.
The graph had horizontal tangents at 1, 4, and 1, 4. So pretty much those are telling us those are where it turns around. Those are,
Okay.
okay. The area of the region bounded by the t-axis. Oh, that's okay. That's graph of v on the intervals of 0, 3, 5, 0, 3, 3, 5, 5, 6. Or, oh, that helps us out.
Is it antiderivative area? And then something.
No, it just,
It's,
0, this is 8,
yeah.
that's 3, and that's 2. Bam, done.
There you go.
Yeah, so I was like, wait.
Done.
It's just area.
Those are just.
Good, and that's the connection they would want you to make there, is that the antiderivative is also used for area, so
And that
let's
is
tie
the-
that together.
Okay, so, antiderivative is 8, so 8 minus 2 is, well, negative 8 minus 2 is negative 10 for the first part. And negative 8, positive 3, so 5, 7, so negative 9. Ooh, so close. so yeah, at 3. 3 would be where the particle is most large. Particle lift. Because.
There's your because right there. All right, we done with A?
Yeah.
All right. B?
For how many values of t were 0 is the particle at -8? Give reasoning. At how many points? Okay.
Not what are they, but how many?
How many? That's actually, do we have to explain you? Yeah, that's definitely intermediate, intermediate theory.
Why'd you pick that one?
Because it's a point. Don't lose
How
it,
many
you're bouncing
times?
off the walls 10 seconds ago, don't worry.
Okay, I'll
Don't
put it
crash.
together. I'm up.
It's, we're trying to find points that we know.
It's how many times it hits the point.
So, we know that from, at the beginning of 2, it goes to 10 at 3, so pretty much we need to know where it is at 5.
Okay, so I'm gonna paraphrase this. I'm writing down what you're
Yeah.
saying, okay?
At
You said this.
3 equals -10. At 5, it is, it's, it's -7. Okay, and then we need to know when it's 8. How many times it possibly could be 8?
Not possibly, it will be A.
8.
Negative
Okay, so let's see, sums hits it once in between 0 and 3, there's 1, hits it once in between 10 and 7, and then hits another time right there, so 3. Okay. Simple.
I would, okay. I'm just the vessel. You do what you do.
Any more
Just
than
wanna
that?
put intermediate value to them so they know that what we were doing. Yeah,
What do you wanna
that.
write it out? I think they would.
Wait, what?
Is that enough?
I think they would.
Wait, what?
Can you see their ID on my finger?
I don't know what part of this is for what we're doing.
What do you mean they want more writing?
Right
More of
now.
an explanation.
She's looking here and saying, I see more words than what you just said.
So what would those words be?
I just feel like it would be, because first of all, it's intermediate value theorem, 15, do we have proof that it is continuous? You didn't put that in
That's its derivative. That's pretty continuous if I don't say so myself. So that means the actual graph
there. Do you know
explains.
that? Do you have the actual?
Start reading the problem from the beginning.
Okay, it's given by the differentiable function v, whose graph is shown above. So that means
Okay.
that means that,
I think you should state that. Well, I didn't, okay. No.
I'll leave it to you to put a proper sentence in there, but
Okay.
good that you did that. Good.
okay. C,
C,
an interval of 2 to 3.
speed.
Not even including those, but just in between. Ooh,
Is this gonna be me that you do?
is this be increasing or decreasing? It's the,
Would you like to look at how long your answer was, see how much you have to say?
Yes.
it was probably like nothing,
No,
or was it really
it's
long?
about the same as B.
Okay, so, speed of the particle is increasing or decreasing. Well, that to me sounds like,
What's it, speed?
no, it's,
Speed is
any derivative.
slight.
We need the derivative of the derivatives, because we need to know if, we need to know if the velocity is positive or negative, we need to know if the acceleration is positive or negative to get our speed,
Well,
to get increasing or decreasing. So really we need to know is from 2 to 3 is the acceleration positive or negative, because we know the velocity is negative, so at that point, and it's concave up, so it's positive, which means the speed is decreasing,
Acceleration is positive or negative, I'm sorry.
positive, because it's concave up. Nope, well, nope. Also, it's the slope is going up. The slope is also positive there, if
Okay,
you, I was messed up there.
let me, yeah, you got lucky on this one. This graph is concave up, but acceleration doesn't tell me squat about this graph's concavity. Acceleration tells me about the original function's
Which is this
concavity.
one slope.
Right, that's the argument you should have gone with.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
The speed is decreasing. Sorry, please. Okay, during what time intervals, if any, is the acceleration of the particle negative? When it is? During what time intervals? We know that pretty much when this graph's slope is negative, which we know from 0 to 1, and then from 4 to 6. And we know that because 1 is, at 1 they have a tangent, and
Well, couldn't you say because, the slope is negative
because b of t's slope is negative.
okay, anything else?
Otherwise,
Number
no,
4.
we're all good.
Okay.
20 points for you, Tom.
You want to grade it now?
Sure.
Okay. Boy. I don't know why I'm bothering picking up the blue marker.
Aw.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Don't you mean red marker?
Yeah. All right, let's see here. You,
It's like, okay.
all right, for the first one, what did you have to do? You had to identify that x equals 3 was a candidate. You didn't have to figure out anything, you just needed to somewhere mention or show that 3 was being considered. So whether you write, even writing this tells the reader, I know I gotta look at 3. So 1 point for considering x equals 3. 1 point for considering x equals 6. 1 point for your conclusion with justification. Little snag though. See, this is where it gets, I think it would have given you the point on this, but if you will look, it says, find both the time and the position of the particle. Now in your sentence, you have said at t equals 3, that's where it's the farthest. And up here, you did show what that position was, so I think you would have gotten the point
Yeah.
on this, but it might be better to say, oh yeah, it's at -10. Okay? But I honestly think you would have gotten all 3
Because
points on
we
this
did
one.
say that.
You did show what it was up here. Part B, for how many values of t will it equal -8? Explain your reasoning. Okay, so you needed to show, you got 1 point for showing the positions at 3, 5, and 6. Check, check, check. 1 point. 1 point for, okay, they say description of the motion. This is, this is where we get a little gray. Alright, this, you have to reference the intermediate value theorem, you need to say it was somehow continuous, so that's good. And your description of the motion, I honestly think with this, your final answer, and this being your answer, this being the description, I think y'all would have gotten the 3 points on that one as well. I honestly, this right here shows,
How they want it.
yeah, whatever they got there. On the interval from 2 to 3, is the speed of the particle increasing or decreasing? You got, this is 1, all right or all wrong. It is decreasing, you needed to say that V was negative, and somehow mention, either say V is increasing, or say acceleration was positive, what y'all did, so you needed to mention this or something equivalent to it, so you got a point on that one. For what intervals is the acceleration of the particle negative? 1 for your answer, which is from 0 to 1 and 4 to 6. And then 1 point for your justification, because V of t slopes is negative there, or V is decreasing there, or acceleration is negative there, something like that.
We got 9 points.
You got all 9 on that one? Very good.
Whoa.
Oh,
Did
great.
better than grade 6 kids that bombed it.
Yeah, they did.
What now?
Got a zip up. All right.
So since we got 9 points on the first one, on this one, can we
You
just?
just sleep, yeah.
just
Although, when you look at this one, you're gonna be like,
I already saw it was slope field.
Wait, what
Oh.
is the average that you're, or
Ooh, slope field.
What's that?
what do you expect? What am I trying to say? How many points were you like, I guess I'm trying to say? With the-
How many points were you expecting on number 4?
Okay, so let's talk about overall test. On the overall test, you need anywhere from 40 to 45 points, depending on what year it is. This particular test, I think the target was 42. So you need 42 points overall on the whole test. If you got every single free response question right, that's 54 points. So you could technically just do the free response, sleep through multiple choice, and pass.
Because
It's probably not gonna happen, because you're not gonna get all the points on the free response. I mean, you might, it's entirely possible, but very rare.
at that point, just ace the test.
Yeah, if you're gonna do that, may as well go for the gold. But if it's an even split, let's say I need 44 points, 44, 45 points, that means I need roughly, 22 per section, give it, let's call it 23 to be conservative, 23. Okay, so out of 6 questions, if you make 4 points each, that's 24 points, which is why your target is 4 points per problem. Anything better than that, you're just being snooty, which I like.
So I said we could just get those 9 and then just like the rest.
You can sleep through 1 more.
Oh, okay.
And
I
then
was
you
wondering.
kind of need the 4
Okay.
on average,
That's all
yeah.
it's
So do 3 perfectly and
3 perfectly, then just take a nap, right?
just do calculate perfectly or the rest of it.
Yeah, that's fine with
Or just do it all perfectly, slip through
that.
multiple
Right,
choice.
there you go, okay.
Or get it all right. And ace the test.
These are fun.
You know, it's funny, the thing is, every single question, they give us percentages, like how many kids got this stuff right. And on each free response question, about 1.5% to 2% of the people get that particular question
Just like this.
completely right. The problem is, it's not the same kid on every question, so the number of people that actually get the whole test 100% right, you don't talk about percentages, you talk about actual numbers. You say 15 kids got everything right. So,
Percentage.
because percentages don't make any sense, it's like 0.003% got the whole test right.
It's like,
Yeah. You would actually just say, these 20 kids did great.
Because it's easier.
Yeah. Okay,
Then calculating points 0.0003.
I will leave this one to you, or you can skip it if it's too hard.
math.
Sky sketch.
Okay, so let's go at 0, 0. Oh wait, no, that doesn't count. 0, 0. That's 0, 0. That's like pretty.
Oh, you wanna do that one?
It's not going on.
Think like negative 1, 0 or negative 1, 3 or something. Just start from one side.
He's got.
Wait, not
Okay, let's look at, okay, so negative, for negative 1, 0, it's a good negative 1 over 1, so negative 1. For the one above it, which is negative 1, 1, it's going to be 0. And then for 2, negative 1, 2, it's going to be positive 1.
Okay.
So,
One.
1, 0, 1, 0. It's going to be negative 1. 1, 1 would be 0. Also just put, for 2 points.
Just two.
1, 2 is 1, 2 is 1, or, yeah. 3, 0, 2, 0 is 1, 4, no, negative 1, 4. So really, yeah. And then 2, 2 is going to be 1 half.
Hmm?
Right. Never mind, no, 1
No.
4.
1
4.
4.
No, that looks so pretty.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
Part B.
Find the particle solution, really fancy. So, let's just write the formula down.
Let's,
You know, let's just start putting that.
No, you gotta
Yeah,
break them
that's the
apart
way you
first.
together.
Put them together. I always mess this up.
Which one?
Someone help.
What is it, dy over y minus 1 d equals dx x squared?
There we go, that's it.
I'm sorry, dx,
X squared, or x squared?
x squared.
Is that right, Michael?
Is it?
I don't know, is it?
I'm asking you.
I think it is correct.
That's right, yeah.
Okay,
I have
so
to go
then
back and divide this one, I won't divide, yeah, that's right.
time to do anti-derivative.
That's right.
Oh. Wait, is that actual one, cause minus one?
Which one?
It's not squared.
Minus one?
Y minus 1 will be a u sub, which would be natural log.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I just automatically see those now.
You
I'm
should-
just like a minus one, or minus something, give it to me.
So pretty
Mine.
easy u sub. Let me see.
You want me to do the scratch word for you, so?
No, I was just going to get the answer real quick. Okay.
It's natural of y minus.
Yes.
Absolute value.
What's that?
Don't you put absolute value first?
Yeah. Wait.
And that's, negative x to the negative 1, or negative 1 over x.
Yeah. Plus C.
Chelsea, 25. Okay, find C.
Time to find
Find
C.
C.
Ooh, my back itches.
She's going, time to find C.
What's our,
It's 2, 0.
It feels pretty good. Okay.
So,
What?
like this big bear over there?
yeah, natural law,
I can't reach.
Of 1. Well, because it's absolute value.
Okay.
And
I'm
natural law-
gonna do this,
Yeah,
just so they can follow along.
and then,
1/2.
yeah, so it's natural log of 1 plus 1/2 equals C.
Yeah.
Okay.
You okay?
She's scratching her back.
Don't worry about me, I'm just thinking out loud.
She wouldn't know. Okay. It was a lot of them.
So C equals 1/2.
Okay.
One.
Because he cheated.
Natural log of 1 is 0. I have to make sure. Because e to the 0 is 1 or
Yay.
Was that what you were making noises about?
A little bit, I'm like, isn't that zero?
It was.
Oh, I should have said it out loud, that would have seemed smart.
Yeah, I believe, you need glasses, I believe that's 0.
Okay, I don't wear
That
glasses.
person in class. It's like the big old college class which goes. Oh.
I mean, last year, Mr. Flores woke me up from sleep and were like, Shadow, what's the answer? 2.
Is it right? Did you know, or did you just say a number?
She's usually right.
Okay.
She can probably just wake up, look at the board and
Well, I didn't know she was just like said a number because she didn't like really
go, no, she
look
wouldn't
at
be here,
it, or
she'll just
she.
burst out numbers.
So that means we're going to solve for y now.
Do you need to?
It just says find the particle solution,
Particular.
particular. Particular solution, that's a solution.
I feel I
Y
laugh,
equals
but I
F
think I
minus
read
C.
it like that every time I read it in my head.
I don't know, I feel better if we said it to Y.
I
Okay.
would too.
So, put it to E.
Alright.
E's fun.
Okay. So that
Cancel out the E and that one. Yeah, that makes me feel better. I don't think you don't need the absolute more exactly, do you?
You
Okay.
know, should get rid of it.